you just broke up or maybe some time already, but you still can't forget your ex, this is the time in life little video for you today. Couple tips how to, I can't tell you stop loving your ex, but actually try to see many questions what we'll be actually today talking about. Maybe it was not love in there, maybe just was getting used to the situation, and now it's a new situation and you don't know how to do it, so you feel I would be nearly more comfortable to go back where it was. And maybe that's not the only way and not the best way actually to be for you in that old way in love with your ex. Because if it's your ex, it must be something there what was not properly putting you together and being now till now and many more years. And that's where is the question. If you're saying your ex, it must be the end. So let's see how can you go through all that. And really, I'm getting many questions from girls who's actually breaking up and like, but I still love him and but I still want to be with him, but I still, and that's where it comes couple questions what I hope it will be clear for your mind if you just broke up or maybe a long time ago, and maybe not just about broke up, maybe you lost someone what you really loved, or something what you did have it and you don't have it anymore. How to deal with this and really how to look in that situation, maybe from other corner. So me as a love coach and the relationship mentor and a fashion designer as well, but today I'm actually wanted to talk to you about how to deal after breaking up and how to stop in being in love with your ex. Because like I said, if it's already ex, that's mean probably is your ex, and let's leave it that way. I always saying, if you want to see how the person really loving you or not, maybe good to see how would they react if you would broke up. Not like you broke up with no reason, but like something happened and you split. And sometimes some people show up very not beautiful sides, and you kind of nearly say, whoa, maybe it's good to keep it as the ex. But many times people do trying to go back and kind of fix it and go back and kind of fix it something what is there supposed to be better now. And of course, catch it up and like feels like amazing and I'm in love again and I love you too. And it's all, and especially like a lot of people say, that kind of first making love after the big breakup, it's again big of fire and big of all this energies and all the sparkles and all, it's like a better than ever first time. But then it's everything goes back to normal. So my biggest question and would be suggestion, and really suggestion, if you was broken up with someone, it's a good to give one chance, because maybe just happened and person did not realize how it's terrible to live without you and how really you are important in the person's life. One time to give a chance to go back and see, are they changing, can they change, are they learn the lesson kind of, and did you learn the lesson from this breaking up? Or maybe you open up your mind and eyes and saying, wait a minute. And I hear many times people say, actually, I actually kind of liked it being single again, or kind of having my space again. Because many times when people getting together, they actually losing their own space. That's mean clear head space, sitting on their own corner and doing their own things. And actually they losing that and they losing themselves. So sometimes people say, oh my God, I'm actually back to myself again. And that could be one part what many times when people being with someone and then they break up, they don't know what to do with themselves. because them space was already lost in the relationship. Being in the relationship, it was all about somebody else, and it's not about you. Like you about you. You was hoping what the person will do about you, good things and spoiling you, but you never done it yourself. So when you left by yourself, you don't know what to do with yourself, if you know what I mean. If you don't, of course, always let's have a free consultation, little 15, 20 minutes, your future planning session, and let's have a good chat. But really, what is the most important for you to realize, am I really in love with my ex? Or am I just was happy in that kind of say position, and this position what you're having now, it's completely different and you don't know what to do about it. That's very, very, very normally every time happens with people when they come out from that place where they was maybe for some time and got used to everything, and now new space, they don't know what to do with that. They don't know what to do with themselves, don't know what to do about that time, and sometimes about that free time, because many girls normally going cooking dinners, going cleaning houses, like doing stuff what is supposed to do for the woman, and then they become on their own, like, why should I do that? Like, or do I do it? But I don't need, like, it's like don't know what to do with that moment in that time. But that's the good kind of thing, to see how much you was doing it because you love doing it, or because somebody told you so. So today I will ask you and give you this huge kind of tip and really little homework for you to do, how to realize, are you was in love in that man and that feeling and that thing, or this is was just something what now actually scaring you because you're not sure what to do with yourself, and then you're thinking, oh, I in love with that person. Sometimes in love is not always the same as we think it is. So let's do a little homework. You take a piece of paper, divide it in half, and like say what I was doing when I was doing living with my person, with my man. I normally talk with women, so I would say I'm talking for a woman. And what would you do? What you was doing through all day, and write it down, little jobs, little things what you done, no matter did you enjoyed it or not. Just really write it down on one side, what you was doing. Okay, like every time, like in the morning I made the breakfast, and next after that I was doing this, and then after that I was doing getting ready to work, then after that I was doing this, and now after that, every day what you was doing. And then actually after weekend, on the weekend, what you was doing when you was in the with the person. And now on the other side, just look in every job, everything what you was doing, every action what you was taking, how much it was for you, like for your fulfillment, for your uplifting, for your happiness, for yourself. It's not everything have to be for yourself, but like say in the morning, yeah, you have to do coffee or tea or breakfast for your person, like partner or something, yeah. And you say, oh my God, I love doing that. I really enjoyed it. Or it was like hectic, and like in the morning, you want to do your this and that, and I have to do breakfast, and it's like all over the place. So just write it down on the other side. Is this was enjoyable, or it was actually hectic, or what it was for you? Like, I'm lifting my hand and putting on my heart, and I'm telling you, if I wake up in the same time as my partner, I will do coffee and tea, like whatever we drink. But if I'm not with him, no way I would wake up and make a coffee or tea for my man. Sorry, but if I'm not wake up, for me that 30 minutes sleep, sometimes it's more important than please my man. Sorry. But actually he is getting coffee or whatever, and actually he more prefers coffee of the of the place, like professionally done, because we actually don't drink coffee like at home, so we don't have a coffee. But tea I would do, but like it's not so important as he could get a coffee on the way. And for him, his time is more important than for me waking up and doing it. And that one thing what I wouldn't do for anybody. I was doing it only for my son, but we always was waking up together because I need to get him up to go to school. And of course now he's in college and now he's not with us living, so he's doing on his own, and I don't know what he's doing. So that's where it's kind of was like, say, morning. And then next, kind of what did you done next? We'll say, okay, I was doing looking after myself and putting makeup or whatever you're doing, and then did you went for a run, or would you want to do that? And then next kind of little part, what are you doing now in your life? And which part you really enjoying more than running in the morning and making breakfast and hectic and all this, and maybe going and cleaning the house, and like how it was for you when you was with the person and how it is now. And I'm not saying compare which one you liked, because I know many, many, many women more prefer to look after everybody and feel needed and really important, like say, like they need me, this mama's kind of feeling. We want to be very important and really needed for others. But actually, really, when they grow up, they don't need you anymore. You feeling very, very empty. And that's why it's like very, very overloading fullness and, doing for everybody and cooking and doing all that. And then when they all leaving, you left like so empty, so nothing. And that's actually very, very big gap for women when they get becoming empty nesters. It's a huge gap of being very, very needed. Mommy this, mommy that, mommy this, mommy don't have a time for herself at all. And then becomes like, nobody need me. And actually, I have only one son, and I can feel that sometimes. So I can't even imagine when you have couple kids, and the moment they left, they don't really need you that much. Of course they do, but not as much. And I see many women, and actually men as well, they're feeling like, what do I do now? So that's kind of what I would love to, what you would do. As I was saying, write it down what you was doing, and your weekends, what you was doing. And did you really, really enjoyed it every step? Because mostly, and this is from my own experience, this one, like this is my own experience, what it was. I remember when I was just dating my before man, and I would never go to the pub. Like that, not my place. I would go to disco and dancing. Yes, I would, and I've done many times, and I would go probably now if I want to. But he loves pubs, loved. And I would go with him, but I really hate it. OMG, I hate it. But I knew what in the end of the Saturday, the night, we probably end up in the place where we music and maybe some dancing. So I kind of was, I will hold on till I get my dancing, because I was dancer in my younger times. I was model, and I really love music and just really connect with the music and dance. I could be on my own dancing in there on the floor, no worries. I don't need any partners or something. I really enjoy that. So I was kind of like waiting for my moment. But sometimes didn't happen, and we didn't go because somebody was a little bit too much drinking and something like. And in the end, I was like coming home, and the next day you of course have a headache, you have a like heavy head, and then you're not doing anything, and all Sunday is just like relaxing and doing nothing. And for me was like in the beginning was kind of okay, yeah, we can do one weekend, but maybe another one. But after a couple of years, I find I'm disappearing, like I'm dying inside me. I felt this is not my life. I don't want to be this pub woman who sits next to her man and waiting until he get drunk, because in the meantime, when it was later, we didn't go anymore in dancing. So it looked like I was just sitting, or sometimes if I say, I don't want to, I was actually waiting at home till he tell me, okay, I'm okay, come in and pick me up. So I would go and pick him up after a couple points, and I'm not, and we could not talk properly, and everything was annoying me, and then him, and all this. He's looking stupid, and I'm like, it's like, and become a problem. So when I would write it down my list on the weekends, what we was doing, and now I can easy honestly say I hate it, you know, because when I wanted to go, maybe we can go somewhere into the nature. Are you joking? Or do you not see some tree or some grass? What will we do? Like some nice castle, maybe. What, do you not see old stone? Like whatever I liked for him was like, no. But when he liked the pubs, we were sitting in there. And when I fed up with this, I said, no, I don't want to anymore. It's not my type. So then he went on his own, and I would be sitting at home and waiting till the taxi will be ready to drive, like me. And it was completely like, yes, I was loving him and I'm blah, blah, blah. But that stuff was like completely disappearing, like any of that goodness. So when I started looking into my life being with him, I was like, I was losing myself every weekend, deeper and deeper. And I become kind of not happy person. So that's why I wanted to ask you, be honest to yourself. Really ask yourself, what did I liked before I was with that person? What I was liked, what I was drawing or painting or singing, or maybe like what was your kind of really think what you was really loving it. But then when you become a partners with your partner, with your ex, you kind of left it behind. Or did you? I'm just asking. I don't know. Maybe you didn't. I didn't left my dreams, because my biggest dreams was become a businesswoman, become this, and I was going every weekend, not every weekend, but going somewhere like some fashion shows or some entertaining, or was something like fashion kind of ladies days or something, or seminars how to become a better businesswoman. He would be go by his on his own, and then I would be going and do my own things, and then we come back kind of, weird. As now, with this partner where we are together, we're actually going together because he likes all of that as well. If you go in seminar, because he's a businessman as well, both of us enjoy. If we was this weekend, we went into red carpet event and we was dressing up models, taking a photo shoots and videos and all. He was like doing all of this, bringing, helping, looking after models, looking after me, it's like full, and I'm feeling so happy when I'm with him in the business moments as well. Like that's my weekend, but it's our weekend and we had a great time. And we was in this beautiful space, and we met so many beautiful people and amazing people, and they all was so uplifting, and we all end up going home happy and enjoyed, and nobody of us was drunk or nothing, because we was not drinking, because one of us driving, and we did not felt what we needed. It is completely different life when I was having for 6 years with another person. So that's why it's kind of different when we think, how much did I really was myself with that person? So don't think about, I in love with my ex. Mostly you're not in love with your ex, but maybe you in love with the life or something like what you got used to. But if you could look into it more, and thinking, this was really what I loved, what I was dreaming, or it just changed me to suit him. And now try to go back to yourself and say, wait a minute, what would I like to do? And try to introduce this more and more in your life and fall in love in yourself again. Because when you fall in someone in love, you forgetting about yourself love. So now come back to yourself. And when you come back to yourself, you will realize what actually maybe that was not love. Maybe it was something else. Maybe it was neediness to be needed. Maybe it was neediness to be loved by someone and endorsed and, spoiled. But you can do that all yourself for a little while till you go back to yourself again and find yourself again. Because many times we losing ourselves. And then another kind of little thing I would say then, try introduce your life in the happiness and all, and don't look for him back, and don't look for any other person to kind of replace him at least for 6 months. Because what happens many times, and that happened to me actually, I'm talking when I learned a lot, and I'm like, this is exactly how I was. Then you don't want to be lonely, and then you kind of nearly proving for him, oh, I can find love anytime. If not you, I will get somebody else. To do what? To make love with you or F you? Because this is really no love in there yet. So don't jump in somebody else's kind of arms too fast, because you will lose it completely and you will become more hurt. And the person who did not love you yet, you will say, oh my God, my ex loved me more. Of course, he was longer with you probably than this new person, but you kind of nearly want what this new person refill your empty gap. And that's a huge pressure, and nobody can do that, only yourself. So make sure you're not getting with anybody at least 6 months, because that's not will be good, not will be healthy, and you completely ruined yourself space, your temple, your body, your soul, your mind, your everything. It will be just more messed up. So please do not, because it's already after one. If like, imagine if you would eat one cake and you're just eating full. Oh my God, I'm so full. Oh, another cake. And you eat, but you nearly like don't liking it because so much sweet and so much cream and so much. It's not healthy for nothing, for your body, for your mind, for anything to eat two cakes or two or more. So be very sure. Take your time, at least 6 months between your spaces. Just fresh yourself, really refresh yourself. And if you broke up with your ex, it must be a reason. And the biggest reason is you finished learning your lessons. Because if you not, you would be still there and would be happy after ever, happy ever, but it's not. So it must be its reason. Because every time when we meeting someone and we finishing with that one, it's just showing you what's something better waiting for you there. And that's million times proofs. Because you already know what you don't want. You say, okay, this kind of type, okay, it didn't happen, so this is what I don't want. And now you more know what you want. And if you're still looking at your ex, stop. I'm not saying stop, but go back, do your homework, and do this every day till you realize, how can I rechange my everyday routine into my own loving routine? Not someone pleasing someone or doing for something for someone. Like, just think how much I can live my life refilled of love to me and looking after me without him or somebody else. Like somebody else fast. Because that's what's happened. Sometimes we feeling so empty and lonely, and we becoming with someone too fast, too quick. And then it's actually, oh, sugar. And the person feels that as well. And they feel it, and they can't be really together with you so much in love, because they know what your heart is not empty yet. It's still a lot of your ex shoes or pants or whatever. So we need to clear that completely to be fresh and new or for other person, but really first for yourself. So if you do want to talk about it a little bit more, book your free consultation, send me a private message, and we will have a little chat and we will see what future plans is there for you, because it did not finish. Don't look back. You can't drive car when you're looking at the back. You drive it and you're looking at the front. Only then you know, okay, this turn I done, this junction I passed. Now I'm going into the future and to see what's there. And then there's a lot amazing things, like a lot. So don't waste your time about looking at the bag. It's all good to look, but only what lessons did you learn? What what that bring to to your life, and then look in the future and say, think it's something else coming there and something more amazing. So I'm sending you loads of love and I talk to you tomorrow. But if you feel you would like to release all your connections with your ex and all that, kind of blocks or maybe threads, what's still connecting you together, join us on this weekend, because as every 2 weeks, we're doing energy healing sessions, group energy healing session, and for first timers is for free. So send me a private message and sign in, like tell me what you want, or maybe just a free chat, or maybe you will join us for free, for free energy healing session, and really having a good time together on the Zoom. You don't need to go anywhere, and you can be from any corner of the world. It's just about 8 o'clock in the evening on Sunday, and we will do that together. Working on your future, working, releasing your past. You don't need to tell any one word on the Zoom, because there'll be other people there. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But if you do want to, that's all good. So I'm sending you loads of love, and I talk to you tomorrow at the same time.